In a small, colorful village surrounded by green hills, lived a 10-year-old boy named Aarav. Aarav was clever, energetic, and the fastest runner in his school. He could outrun almost anyone, but there was one small problem. Aarav didn't like helping others. If someone dropped their books, he would simply walk past. If a classmate asked for help with homework, he would shrug and say, "I'm busy." And when his mother asked him to water the garden plants, he would groan, "Later, ma." One warm afternoon, Aarav's grandfather came to visit. Grandfather was wise, gentle, and always smiling. He observed Aarav quietly, but said nothing. The next morning, grandfather called Aarav outside. In his wrinkled hand was a tiny seed. "Plant this in the backyard," Grandpa said softly, "and take care of it every single day." Aarav looked at the tiny seed and frowned. "It's just a seed," he said. Grandfather only smiled. So Aarav dug a small hole in the soil, placed the seed inside, and covered it carefully. The next day, Grandpa reminded him, "Don't forget to water it." Aarav sighed, but he did. The second day, he watered it again. The third day, and the fourth. At first, he felt lazy, but slowly it became a habit. Then one morning, something magical happened. A tiny green sprout peeked out of the soil. Aarav's eyes widened. "It's growing," he whispered in amazement. Every day after that, he watered it with more care. He removed the weeds. He made sure it got enough sunlight, and the plant grew taller and stronger. One afternoon, while watering the plant, Aarav noticed his neighbor Riyah struggling to carry heavy grocery bags. He paused. For a moment, he thought, "Not my problem." But then, he looked at his little plant. He remembered how small it once was, and how it grew because someone cared for it. Aarav took a deep breath. Then he ran to Riyah. "Let me help you," he said. Riyah's face lit up with relief. "Thank you, Aarav." As they walked together, Aarav felt something warm inside his heart. It wasn't pride. It wasn't excitement. It was happiness. The next day at school, he saw his classmate Kabir staring helplessly at a math problem. Usually, Aarav would ignore him. But this time, he smiled and said, "Want some help?" Kabir looked surprised. "Really?" "Yes." Together, they solved the problem. And once again, Aarav felt that warm glow inside. Day by day, Aarav began helping more people. He helped his mother in the garden. He shared his toys. He carried books. He offered smiles. And something incredible happened. The small plant in his backyard began growing faster than ever before. It grew taller and taller until one day it became a beautiful tree covered in bright yellow flowers. That evening, grandfather called Aarav outside. "Look at your tree," he said gently. "Do you know why it grew so beautifully?" Aarav smiled proudly. "Because I watered it every day." Grandfather nodded. "Yes, but there is something more." He placed his hand on Aarav's shoulder. "The seed I gave you was ordinary, but the real seed I wanted you to grow was kindness." Aarav looked at the tree, then at his grandfather. "Kindness," Grandpa continued, "is just like a seed. When you plant it and care for it every day, it grows into something beautiful." Aarav finally understood. The plant had grown in the soil, but kindness had grown in his heart. From that day on, Aarav didn't help others because he was told to. He helped because it made the world brighter, and just like his tree, Aarav grew into someone strong, caring, and loved by everyone in the village. And remember, kindness is like tiny seed. Plant it today, water it with lover, and watch it grow into something magical.